morning, everyone. This is Scott of the Scottman. We're here to do a drive video today. We're heading north on I-93 in the Boston metro area. It is a beautiful morning out today. I apologize for the sun glare, just because it is such a beautiful morning. But once we start going north, it's gonna be a lot better.
Continue on I-93 north for 6 miles.
And I have a feeling we're gonna get a lot of interruptions from this GPS from Google, from the Google Assistant today. But yeah, it's great to be back in the Boston area, although I'm not planning to stop in the city of Boston this time, just because I was just there in Memorial Day weekend, where I got to, despite some of the bad weather I had there, I got to film some great content in the city of Boston during that trip. But there was one day during that trip I was planning to that I rented a car because I was wanting to go to the communities of Gloucester and Rockport along the coast. But unfortunately I ended up getting rained out, so I ended up having to cancel that. So believe it or not, I'm in this area today. I'm going to be going there after all, because look how beautiful this weather is. Oh, and not only that too, but like, yeah, I was also planning to also visit my cousin at his house back at Memorial Day weekend, which he lives, yeah, to the south of the Boston area. So I was also originally trying to do this video back then as well, but it was really, really terrible. Like, it was constant rain. And yeah, according to my map here, yeah, there was a crash up ahead, so it must be a pretty big one for their. Well, it's hard to say. They were just slowing down a little bit. I'm gonna get over to the left lane, but it looks like the crash is toward the right. Unless the car stalled out, it's in the middle of the freeway. Oh yeah, significant slowdown. Although it looks like it's not for a long distance though, which is good. So yeah, this is going to be very slow go, unfortunately. Like, I'm getting flashbacks of the 401 video I did a few years ago. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's early Saturday morning, and there's already a crash causing major slowdowns. Okay, it looks like, yeah, the fact that there's the far right lane's exiting too doesn't help things either. But at least we're moving along though.
There's a speed trap ahead.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's calling the police officer who is assisting with the crash a speed trap. Oh well. Oh, and this is also a construction zone too. Not seeing any evidence of a crash or anything, but I don't know. It's like they are doing road work though, so. Oh wait, there is something up here. Make sure there's not any broken glass or anything. Okay, no. Because yeah, that's the last thing I need to be driving over. Okay, so hopefully the rest of the way is smooth sailing. But I feel like with doing this video, it's like I have to do this early in the day, especially on mainly on the weekend, just because yeah, I-93 usually has a lot of heavy traffic, just because everybody going into Boston and then leaving Boston, especially going north with people going up to New Hampshire. And it's like, yeah, it's back to 4 lanes again, which is hilarious. as I was saying, I'm on my way up to Gloucester and Rockport as we speak, so it'd be really nice to finally get a chance to check out those communities after getting rained out the last time. And then after that, I'll be spending the next few days up in Maine, which I'm really glad I'm doing that because I have not been able to spend much time in Maine. Oh, according to that sign back there, you probably didn't see just because of the sun glare. But we just entered the city of Quincy. Anyway, 5 years ago, 14 miles to Boston. And then you have 4 miles to Braintree, which I think Braintree is where the red line goes to for the T or the subway system for Boston, at least for the red line. Because Boston has like the four main subway lines, although the green line's more like a trolley than a subway, where the red, orange, and blue lines are true subways. Although I think the south line for the red line, it branches off to where one of them goes to Braintree, the other goes to Ashmont. Hey, I'm getting off topic here. So I'm planning to go to spend more time in Maine because I only got to spend 2 or 3 hours in Maine 5 years ago when I went to Portland. This time I'm planning an entire day in Portland and then check out some other cool stuff such as Acadia National Park. I'm going during the week because it'll be less crowded than the weekend.
In half a mile, keep left to continue on I-93 North, US 1 North. Follow signs for State Route 3 North, Boston. But
it's still going to be pretty busy. And then here you got a pretty big fork. The left 2 lanes, you need to stay on this to continue on I-93 to go into Boston. If you go right and get off at Highway 3.
Keep left to continue on I-93 North.
That'll take you over, that'll eventually take you to Cape Cod, but that'll also take you along some of the different coastal communities
continue
as well.
Continue on I-93 North for 11 miles.
Stop interrupting me, please. Anyway, so yeah, Highway 3, that eventually takes you out to Cape Cod. Where I think Highway 3 meets up with Highway 6. Although we just entered Quincy. Oh well. Okay, so yeah, the sun glare should be gone now. So we'll be able to see a lot better for the remainder of this video. And yeah, as we start going north, we should start seeing the skyline for Boston. You can even see it barely peeping over the treetops over there. I should probably get over just because, yeah, when you drive around Boston, even on the freeways, it's like, yeah, you gotta watch out for people. Oh, there's Boston in sight up ahead. Yeah, it's so nice to be in this area with there being sunshine instead of just constant rainfall. Yeah, technically, if you're going north on I-95, coming up from Rhode Island or Connecticut, and you're going up to either Portsmouth, New Hampshire, or up into Maine, this is not the fastest way to go. Like, you'd be better off going on I-95, going around the city of Boston. But yeah, if you want to go into the city cores, yeah, I-93 is definitely your good option, unless it is a giant parking lot or something, which then, I don't know, you may want to go in a different way. Or, better yet, if you're going into the city of Boston, you definitely should take the subway into the city. That's your much better option. pretty chilly out right now too. My car thermometer is reading 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Convert that to Celsius, that's like around 12 to 12 and a half degrees, which, no, I take that back, 17 to 18 degrees. So yeah, it's for like the last day of July. This isn't super warm, but it's comfortable out though. It's like, yeah, sure, Boston can definitely get hot weather in the summer, but I feel like it's not long lasting, because you do get your cold fronts which come through and makes things a lot more cool and comfortable. Well, as a matter of fact, I think most, if not all, of New England can get a lot of pleasant weather in the summer. Which is pretty nice, because some areas in the country right now are seeing big heat waves right now, like the central and the western part of the country.
There's a speed trap ahead.
Yeah, I find that this, because yeah, Google Maps was pretty interesting. I think it adopted it from Waze or something, but it's like it warns you for like speed traps and things like that. It's definitely not perfect, because I don't always see officers on patrol. That might be one right there though. Yeah, because everybody's slowing down. Like, oh, cop, slow down. Although, yeah, if you're in the right lane going right by the cop, it's, yeah, very good idea. Even if the cop doesn't have its flashers on, to slow down just out of respect. It's pretty amazing, even at this time of the morning, yeah, there can be on a weekend morning, there can be a lot of traffic, but at least it's smooth sailing. Although I'm sure that'll change in a matter of hours. Basically, yeah, you can see the John Hancock Tower, you can see the Prudential Center, or the Prudential Tower. The Prudential Center is the mall that's located at the base of Prudential Tower. Oh, exit for Dorchester. Yeah, I know the neighborhood of Dorchester has the John F. Kennedy Presidential Museum. Which, yeah, on a future trip to Boston, I definitely should go back and check it out. I could have, or I couldn't on the last trip. When I was here Memorial Day weekend, because it was still closed due to the pandemic. I don't know if they've reopened yet though, because when I was here Memorial Day week is when they lifted all the COVID restrictions. Oh, there's looks like a Southwest airline flight that took off recently from Logan Airport. It's kind of far, I can't tell what type of airplane it is. But yeah, it's pretty funny to be back in Boston again after, because I was just here 2 months ago. But it's like, why not? It's a beautiful area. And it's a great city too. With us getting closer into the city, it's like you can see how big the city is, because yeah, the John Hancock Tower, the Prudential the Prudential Tower. Like they're over kind of like in the Back Bay area, where the main center of downtown is off to the right. Because yeah, it's like in between there. It's like you got the Boston Public Garden. You got also the Boston Common as well, like the parks in that area. And one cool thing about I-93 coming up is that we're going to be entering a big tunnel system. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see the true heart of downtown Boston or anything, but so yeah, over here, yeah, you got the exit for the Massachusetts Turnpike or I-90. That'll take you west out to take I-90 or the Massachusetts Turnpike west out to Worcester, and then of course you go east toward Logan Airport. But yeah, I-90 is a toll road, so that's a word of caution. And I believe the Massachusetts Turnpike is cash-free or cashless tolling, so that means you'd have to have an easy pass, or you don't have one, you just get a bill in the mail, or you might even be able to pay online too. And there is downtown Boston. And yeah, I-93 and I-95 are free in pretty much not just Boston, but Massachusetts in general. What a cool view that is of downtown Boston. Gotta love it. Alright, and now we're entering the tunnel here. So yeah, you can tell with that sign up there. The tunnel is constructed, finished in 2003 because they did what was called the Big Dig Project, which basically moved all the freeway system under the city of Boston. Because what's really nice is above I-93 you have my GPS is going to interrupt momentarily, so might get interrupted. But what's really cool is that they got this Greenway Park that's right above, which is really cool.
In a quarter mile, keep left to continue on I-93 North.
And right here you got the exit for Government Center. But yeah, if you're wanting to drive into downtown Boston to check out the city of Boston, what you're going to want to do is that, not here, but once you get out of the city a little bit,
keep left
there's going to be
on I-93 North.
There's going to be a particular exit you want to get off at, and then try to navigate yourself back, or either keep going out of the city north on I-93, or go back to the south and then take one of the train stations into the city of Boston, because you do not want to drive in the city of Boston. I will admit, early in the morning, it's not, on the weekend, it's not that bad. But other than that, it's like, yeah, it can be a huge headache driving around the city of Boston just because crazy drivers and it's not in a grid-like pattern, so it can be a little bit challenging. I give all the Uber and Lyft drivers credit for navigating through the city, or any of the taxi cabs. All right, so now we're coming out of the tunnel now, and we're going right by TD Garden, home of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics for hockey and basketball, respectively. I can get over.
In a quarter mile, keep right to stay on I-93 North.
And yeah, you can't see it,
keep right
but
to stay on I-93 North.
Way out to the right, yeah, you can see the Bunker Hill Monument too.
Continue on I-93 north for 1 mile.
Up, so yeah, now we're getting to the northern parts of the city. Now to the left, that's Cambridge, which is home to MIT and also Harvard. But yeah, it's like if I had an extra day, I almost could have gone back in the city of Boston, but I was just here, so I'll have to come back next year or something.
In half a mile, keep left to stay on I-93 north.
Is this far enough left for you, Google? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's really cool. I've never seen a
Keep left to stay on I-93 north.
Google, shut up. Sorry. But yeah, it's pretty cool off to the right. You see a wind turbine.
On I-93 north for 9 miles.
Where's the mute button? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, they can see it like a wind turbine in the city, which is really cool. I don't really see that. I will admit though, yeah, if you're going around the Boston area and you're not a local, yeah, GPS is almost a must in my opinion. Just because, yeah, it's like the exits aren't, when you get off any of these exits, yeah, there are some cases where you just can't simply get back on the freeway. It's like you have to navigate around the streets a little bit. So now we're leaving the city of Boston. Yeah, if I look back at my back mirror, I can see the skyline. So I-93, yeah, it goes all the way up to the northern part of New Hampshire, as it first goes through Manchester and then to Concord, but Concord, New Hampshire, not Concord, Massachusetts. If you want to go to Concord, Massachusetts, you're going to have to go south on I-95. And then, of course, I-93 continuing north, that'll take up to Franconia Notch State Park, which is a beautiful state park. I'm planning to go there middle of next week. Eventually ends at, I believe, I-91 in Vermont. But yeah, maybe it's because of the time of morning and the fact it's the weekend, but this is probably the most pleasant driving experience I've ever had in the city of Boston. Haven't seen really any aggressive drivers or anything like that, so it's like, I feel like, so if you want to drive around the city, best time be early in the morning on the weekend. Weekdays be a completely different story. So we got about another 5-6 miles left to go in this video. And we got some people going under the speed limit right now. You get a chance to, okay, they're picking up their speed now, so we're good now. Sure yet when I'll make my next trip out to Boston. It probably won't be this year just because, again, this is my second time in this area. All right, they slow down again. So now, all right, now I can get over. Try to come back again maybe next year or at the latest maybe the year after. Because yeah, before this year I hadn't been back in like 4 years, which is a pretty long drought if you look at it. Oh, I think I missed it. I think, yeah, speed limit picked up to 65. What's pretty cool with the Google navigation is that it even shows you, well, if you're navigating, not if you have navigation turned off, it shows you what the speed limit is too, which is pretty nice. So that way you know if you're, without seeing a speed limit sign, you know if you're going the speed limit, if you're going too fast or too slow. Yeah, there's a part of me that almost wants to just turn around, go back in the city, and although I don't think they're open yet, but maybe get one of the cannolis. Since I got one from Mike's Pastry Memorial Day week, I almost could go to Modern Pastry this time, but oh well, gives me a reason to go back to the city again. Trip to the city of Boston, and I think also when I did the last New England road trip when I was staying in the greater Boston area, I stayed at it was a Comfort Inn that was at this upcoming exit near the exit for Woburn.
In 2 miles, take exit 28A for I-95 north toward Peabody.
Yeah, the very first trip was when I went to the very first PAX East convention that I went to. It's like I stayed well out of the city, which I should not have done that. But oh well. And then I stayed out here again. Oh yeah, there's that Comfort Inn now. And I stayed there again in 2016 when I was doing the road trip. Because what I did was when I went in the city of Boston for the day, I just took the train from the Alewife station, went into the city, and then took it back out in the evening. So that way the next day I could easily just get back on the freeway and continue north. And I should probably get over now because I will be getting off in another mile for I-95. So that we start this video at I-95 and we're ending this video at I-95. Alright, so I'm going to start to conclude the video here. So I hope you enjoyed this video at I-93 North as we went from I-95 South to I-95 North.
In half a mile, take exit 28A for I-95 North toward Peabody.
So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that subscribe button to come along and join me for the adventure, and don't forget to click that notification bell so that way you know when a new video goes live. Well, thank you for watching this driving video at I-93 as we went through the city of Boston.
Take exit 28A.
And this is Scott, or the Scottman, signing out.